Okay, we're carrying on with the series. Bagua fighting Dimmak's most deadly strikes points on the most deadly meridians. Today I'm going to be covering just the Gallbladder Meridian. It is indeed, for my money, the most important meridian along with the stomach, but the gallbladder really has it for me. I just want to show you the points first we'll be using today. Gallbladder 12, one of the most deadly points you could ever use. However, special ways to get at it because it's around the back, slightly around the back of course. Base of the ear here, just come back here until you feel a little hollow in just there. You can really feel that if you press in on yourself, you really feel, whoa, that's different. Gallbladder 22 is right under there, under that big lump back there. But Gallbladder 12 is just in there. They're all in hollows, just in a little hollow right there. Okay, Gallbladder 8. Take the tip of the ear here, go up 1 tsün, which is about half an inch, half a tsün, just about there. Right there. If you hit anywhere there, it's going to be, obviously, they're extremely deadly points. You see, right up under here, kills the brainstem. The brainstem is the thing that doctors look at to see if you're alive or dead when you've been traumatized in an accident. Even if your heart has stopped beating, you can still be alive and revivable if the brainstem is alive. A person who's on life support, they say the person's dead only when the brainstem, that's part of the triune brain, that's the reptile brain, the reptilian brain. When the reptilian brain is dead, that's the first brain ever invented, that's when you're dead. And that kills the reptilian brain. Gallbladder 8, an extremely dangerous point, right straight in, percusses straight through the brain. It's like shooting someone in the head when you strike straight across here through that point. It's death time, forget it. So we've got triple death time here. Gallbladder 2, another really nasty point because it also accesses the reptilian brain through this way through the body. And if you look at the ear here, just where that little notch goes down like that, and just take it just forward of that in that little hollow there, that's Gallbladder 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then it goes and then down the back and then down the side of the leg and then down in over the foot. It's the one. It is the longest. I think it's the longest. Yeah, it would have to be the longest meridian in the body. So they're the points that we'll be using. Thank you, Benny. Today. 3 of the most deadly point strikes you could ever possibly use, all in one technique. And as I said before, Bagua is the art of overkill. Weapons we'll be using here are mainly just called a single pounding palm. That's what we'll be using. It's got to come back in, or we're using versions of the single pounding palm. So maybe just come over this way, Benny. Just here. Like this. We'll be using this part of the wrist here, the hand here, and it'll be going. See how it's coming back in? In other words, it's coming back into Gallbladder 12. See that? It's still a single pounding palm, see? It's not this completely like that. It's, see, it's coming back slightly, but it's really hitting straight into the point and up into the brain, and across slightly to get the brainstem. It's a beautiful shot. Then we'll be using a single pounding palm again. This is the classic Bagua palm. Although you're only striking to one little point above here, and you'll be striking it like that, the whole palm, I call it a frog palm. This is like if you use a fist, that only gets that much area, you see? Use a heel palm, you're only getting that much area. You're going to use the frog palm, you're getting the whole area there. It's like a bomb striking the body. So that strikes, this is the frog palm, the whole hand, fingertips, everything, and the hand is stretched when it's struck. This is the epitome of Bagua striking. So we've gone bang, up into the head, and then it loads, and it'll come back for the whole palm strikes it. And then we've got the elbow coming straight in here. Again, I've done the elbow before. Tip of the elbow this time, that'll be going straight into the point. Not we normally use that much of the elbow. Now we're using this much of the elbow. So you've got to, the hand is always facing down when you use an elbow strike. That just aligns the whole body and the arm perfectly to give you the most damage for the least amount of damage for you. So I've just gone bang, bang in there like that. This is going to load to the right and then imagine the, thanks Benny, imagine the damage that's going to do to a point just in there, which when you push in there, just in here, you can really feel, if you push hard in there, oh, that's, now that you can find these points easily on yourself. You know there's something, it sends something down through your neck if you push into that point. It's the same with this one on the back here, 12, you push up into that, you think, oh, gee, that's different, whoa, even just pressing up there. This one up here, not so much, you can press in there, you might think, oh yeah, I can feel something there, but remember it's an extremely powerful strike to those points, and you're not looking at doing damage, surface damage, you're looking at doing internal damage. It's said of any Bagua master that you can strike something, leave little or no surface damage, and damage the organs inside. I was once doing some free sparring using Bagua in Sydney many years ago with one of my most advanced students, and this is not blowing my own trumpet, it's just fact, it happened. And we were just fighting, it just got a bit heated, he came in with a really hard strike and I just went BAH! Like this, and he fell down, and he was okay. He went to the doctor because he couldn't move his arm. He went to the doctor and the doctor said, he took some x-rays, he said, how did you do this damage? He said, look, there's no external damage whatsoever, but all the tendons are torn on the inside. No, everything, it's like as if there was a bomb gone inside his arm. And he had an article published in a newspaper about that particular fact. So what we're going to be doing here is, again, it can be used, this is more used as a defensive attack rather than a preemptive, but you could use it as a preemptive. I would mainly not use it as a preemptive strike. I would tend to come in for these ones here and then work my way around to that one if I were going to use a preemptive strike, because preemptive, he's facing you. You're not going to be bothered going around here to get into here, because he's, even if you could if you were explosive, but he might be very good, and as soon as you move, he's going to move, you see. So in a preemptive attack, I would maybe use the one we did yesterday, or in the previous tape, bang, then I might come in here to 8, and by that time I've worked my way around to 12. However, this is used in a defensive attacking motion. So Benny's throwing the attack here. Here's my Bagua hands. He's throwing the attack, bang. See how it slides up his arm? This hand's coming out, sneaking underneath. I'm going to go straight into Gallbladder 12 because I've taken his arm around and he's moved around. See, that's the typical Bagua. Or you could have used it like this. If you're in the, you can use Bagua this way, or this way, and this way. You could use it in this stance where you're using the typical Bagua stance here. He's throwing his punch here, but look, that's perfect. You see, that's more. You can use it either way, but this is more perfect. But you've got to be out. I can't say to you, okay, use this every time. You might be standing like this, and he may not throw that hand. He might throw this hand. So in which case, wow! See, perfectly, straight up in there into Gallbladder 12, perfect shot. I didn't even have to think about where I was going then. However, in this stance, even better. Here's his punch. Beautiful shot, straight in there to Gallbladder 12. Okay, I'll just do it slowly.